Hey, it's John again, playing Immaculate Grid. Sorry I missed yesterday. I'll make up both grids today, starting with the daily grid for today, number 433, which is the career on base percentage by Mr. Tyrus Raymond Cobb. So we'll play that game for Mr. Cobb. Start sharing the screen. And this was my failure. That's right. I had the wrong position for Artie Wilson. Artie Wilson was a shortstop. I thought he'd played some outfield, which was a complete unforced error the other day. Anyway, let's hit refresh, play grid number 433, and away we go. Oh, that's right. Saturday, no teams. Let's see. Randy Johnson's definitely going to work here. 200 strikeouts and an MVP for Lander. Let's see, 200 strikeouts and a no-hitter. Let's go Nolan Ryan. Koufax will also work. I'm bad at no-hitters, though. 2,000 strikeouts and a bunch of WAR. Roger Clemens. 40 career WAR and an MVP. How about Henry Aaron? And 40 career WAR and a no-hitter. Where am I? Burley will work. That took too long, though. Let's see, 200 wins and 2,000 strikeouts. Steve Carlton, among others. I'm already behind. I don't know what it is about this category. I always stumble. Let's see, Bob Gibson will work here. And then 200 wins and having thrown a no-hitter. Maybe I should have used Burley over here. Because I might just be guessing, like assuming that Cy Young, or I know Greg Maddux never threw a no-hitter. I'm gonna assume Cy Young pitched one at some point. It would be weird if he didn't, right? All right. 89 rarity score. 48 people work for that category, with Cy Young taking 5%. All right. So that was kind of a mixed bag. I was way over on time. I was trying not to step on any landmines. How many did I take the most popular for? See, Randy Johnson here. Did not go with Maddox at all. Nolan Ryan. This is the first time I think I've seen a three for. Nolan Ryan takes the most for a no-hitter with 16%, the most with 40 career WAR, which I think he only had like 80. But I mean, it's still double the threshold. I went with Burley, who had about 60. Um, and then 200 wins. He had about 300, a little over 300. People mostly getting this. This MVP and 200 wins category is the trickiest one for people. Walter Johnson will work. How many people actually do work for that one? 9? Okay. All right, cool. Let's hit refresh, stop share, and reshare. Hit refresh. All right. Now, I believe we've decided in our trials and errors that Andy Benes did have 2,000 career strikeouts almost on the nose, but did not have a 200 strikeout season. I want to say I missed that in one of these videos, and he had like 193 in the strike season of 1994, or something along those lines, but never got to 200 in a given individual season. See, Corbin Burns will work for no hitter. I mean that's relatively recent, so maybe that won't exactly be fooling a lot of people. David Cone will work, but I mean he's a Yankee, threw a perfect game. Um, I think we decided Dave Stewart did throw a no-hitter, didn't win a Gold Glove. I messed that one up one time. Dave Stieb is definitely in this range here. Let's see, for MVP, only 9 choices. Walter Johnson is one of those choices. He won the MVP in, I believe, 1924. Um, Verlander is a choice. Kershaw, I believe, is now a choice. I think he's just over 200 wins. Actually, I think he's well over. He's in the 220-ish range. I think it's Kershaw. Um, who else? Because before then, you have to go back to Clemens. He did win an MVP. Um, there are several relievers who won MVPs. None of them will work. I don't know if Hal Newhouser gets 200 wins. I'm not even sure how many. I'm not going to play him, but he played a while. Maybe. Um, believe Lefty Grove works. He had 300 wins on the dot, and he might have had an MVP in there, like one of those early 1930s MVPs. And I know Koufax does not get to 200 wins. I'm going to try Walter Johnson. All right, 3% on a category where there were only 9 choices seems like a decent pull. We'll see if anybody beats that. I certainly didn't list 9 names, so maybe there's there had to have been someone I was forgetting. Um, yeah, let's see here. 40 career war. Be a fun one to see maybe what is the maximum number of wins you could churn out? Could you get like Christy Mathewson and Warren Spahn in here? And the answer is I'm actually not sure. Because every category requires being a pitcher except this middle one here. I suppose you could like throw a pitch in a blowout no hitter or something, but I don't think any manager would go for that. Let's see, 40 career WAR, winning an MVP. Trying to remember Rollins if he was over or under. I want to say he was in that neighborhood. Um, Jim Rice was just over. Andre Dawson, I think, was in the 50s. Um, Chuck Klein, I know will work. Let's go Chuck Klein. Point one, a little bit of an old school pick. Got 2 black and white photos to start. Um, and I believe we were able to conclude that Hal Newhouser. I think at one point I've gotten this one. He gets 1%. All right. 2,000 career strikeouts and 200 wins. Jack Quinn has just over 200 wins. He's a go-to guy. I don't know if he has 2,000 strikeouts though. Um, let's see, 40 career WAR. I'm sure Glavine pitched long enough. He wasn't a big strikeout guy, but he pitched long enough. I'm sure he got to 2,000. Takes 2%. It's a little bit higher than I thought he was going to get. Glavine, not a strikeout guy, but 2,000. I mean, you pitch a long time, you'll get 2,000. 3,000 is kind of a different deal. What do we think of Tanana? He's kind of a big strikeout guy. Goes sub 1. Nice. Got a couple Tigers in here. And then 2,000 career strikeouts and 200 wins. I want to say we decided Dennis Martinez didn't work for 200 strikeouts, but he's gotta work for 2,000 career. With how long his career was. Takes 0.2. Oh, but he would have worked here. Actually, that would have been a better haul than what I did. I could have come up with someone better there. Now for throwing no hitters, he threw a perfect game. Forgot about that. Um, this might be a little bit of a crapshoot. David Cone doesn't quite get to 200 wins. I want to see he's 194. Um, but he does. He's almost at 60. I think he's just above 60 WAR, and he definitely struck out more than 200 people in a season before. Um, kind of want to avoid Clemens because he'll work for all three. Maddox. Oh no, I'm sorry. Clemens never threw a no hitter, right? I think I've got that. Clemens won 7 Cy Youngs, but never threw a no hitter, whereas Nolan Ryan threw 7 no hitters and never won a Cy Young. So actually, that would be a landmine if I'd selected Roger Clemens. Um, but as it stands, I just don't know pitchers who've thrown no hitters very well, and I should have learned from my lesson the last time. So, oh well. Let's see if we can come up with some names. Steve. I think he lost a bunch, but did eventually get there. It's .9. Um, it just seems like you would think that like a Drysdale would have thrown a no-hitter. He also, I would think he had both 200 strikeouts and 200 wins. I'm not sure on Warren Spahn. Um, only the Brewer, like we said, was Corbin Burns. Besides Juan Nieves. Verlander works a few times. Kershaw will work. Um, Doc Ellis got to 200 strikeouts in a season. I don't think he gets to 200 wins. Not sure on Fergie Jenkins. What are their names? Schilling. I want to say Schilling lost a no hitter that I was watching one time. Like on a bunt. I think Greg Myers, who I've used before, actually delivered the bunt. All right. I got to admit my weakness here, which is I just don't know no hitters as well as I should. I'll throw Corbin in here. He's doing really well in Baltimore, I saw. Wow, he goes way sub 1. That's nice. And then I thought that was going to be a lot higher because of how recent it was. And then for 200 wins and throwing a no hitter, let's see. I know Koufax doesn't work, but I know Drysdale does get to 200. I could take a shot with a Grover Alexander or Christy Mathewson. These are prominent names who won a ton of games. So the probability is more on their side for having gotten there. How about Rube Waddell was famously unhittable. I'm gonna give him a shot. Nope, Rube Waddell does not work. 48 people work, but not Rube Waddell. Did Rube Waddell actually get to all these names that would have? I could go on with Bert Blyleven. I could have gone with Lou Burdett, Milwaukee Braves, Old Hoss Radborn. Did I overestimate Rube Waddell's? Oh, I must have, yeah. I say must have right there, 193. I thought he had way more wins than that. Over 2,000 strikeouts, though. Yep, he was difficult to hit, but as I recall, he was a little bit insane, and it's part of why his career met an early end. All right, well, I think I'm continuing a little bit of a losing streak here. I gotta turn this around, so I'll stop this one and I'll go play grid number 432. Hopefully that technically stops the streak if I play 432 and stop it. But all right, well, thanks a lot for playing, and we'll back at it in just a little bit here. Peace.